podcasts out there, but only one with this kind of energy.
Welcome to EVP Show Recaps, Predictions, Sports. Let go, show recaps, predictions, sports.
In one podcast.
Welcome to EVP Show Recaps, Predictions, Sports. Let go.
What is going on, everybody? It's the EVP from the EVP Show. And I am live for your Saturday night's main event recap show. Hopefully you guys had a good Saturday. I did make a clerical error. I put this in StreamYard for, I thought I keep the time zones are just really messing me up. I did put this for 9:30 p.m. Central. So I think that may have thrown it off a little bit. But yeah. So like I said, hopefully everybody's having a good night. Hopefully everyone enjoys Saturday night's main event. I have caught majority of it. I have not seen the entire event. So this is all going to be, I did have to pull up some news on it because like I said, I have not been able to see the whole event. And I have not been on X like since about 5 or 6 o'clock today. So I had some plans. So I took a night away from social media, and just went and hung out, and but we're gonna go through it. I'm gonna be finding out pretty much the same time as you guys already know. So there's some stuff about Saturday night's main event that I don't know. So but we are gonna go ahead and go through it. Hope you guys have a good Saturday. The weekend's going by really fast. Let me let everybody know that I'm live. So I don't want to go to Twitter because I probably have like 1,000 notifications. I'll have to do that after the stream. All right, so this is your Saturday night's main event. Well, first off, I want to start with a couple announcements. I am full as of right now for the SummerSlam prediction show, which will be July 29th, Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern time. So we have a full panel. We'll be predicting both nights. Obviously, we'll see what transpired after Saturday night's main event. Tomorrow on Sunday Night Scoops, we'll be giving away a 1-month exclusive channel package to one person. So you guys make sure to show up. You guys were able to get 10 likes on last Sunday Night Scoop. So, and also the exclusive channel is still up and running. I'm doing pretty good. So it's $3 a month, no contract. I haven't really even been in Discord to see if any of the stuff I put in there was accurate or not. So, like I said, this is just going to be a fly by night thing because there's a lot of Saturday Night Main Event that I have not seen. I'm just going to be completely honest with you guys. So, but we're doing a recap show. I'm going to be finding out while I'm doing the recap. So this is one of the few times that I haven't technically watched the entire show. But we're going to go ahead and recap it anyway. So let's go ahead and get started. Tonight's WWE Saturday Night Main Event is Saturday, July 18th, 2026. Promises an action-packed night live from Madison Square Garden in New York City. The show is going to feature the undisputed WWE champion, the best in the world CM Punk, and the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes, facing off against the Ring General Gunther and Sami Zayn in a tag team match. With the implications that was made last night on SmackDown, if Gunther and Sami won the match, they would be added to the Cody Rhodes CM Punk match at SummerSlam. So we will definitely be talking about that. Also, like I said, the stipulation. Plus, Danhausen is going to take on Judgment Day, the Irish Ace himself, JD McDonough, in a no disqualification match. So the show actually kicked up at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. So it started at 6:30 p.m. Central. So I am a little late. I do apologize about that, guys. Hopefully we can get some people in here. I set it for like I said, these time zones. So I do apologize. So we're gonna get a tag team match. If Gunther and Sami Zayn win, they will be added to the Undisputed WWE Championship match at SummerSlam. Best in the World CM Punk and Cody Rhodes versus the Ring General and Sammy. We're going to get the no disqualification match with Danhausen versus the Judgment Day, JD McDonough. Then we're going to get the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship match, Scream Mode, which is Paige and WWE Hall of Famer Brie Bella. What's going on, Kyle? I am a little bit late. I set the stream not knowing exactly when Saturday Night's Main Event was going to end. Obviously, I put it in Central Time Zone, so I'm a little late. And I'm going to be honest with you, there are parts of the show that I still haven't seen that I'm going to have to go back and watch after after the stream is over. So it's going to be a late night for me, and then we got a doubleheader Sunday tomorrow. So looking forward to that. I've stayed off of Twitter to avoid spoilers and all that. This is one of the few times that I will be actually using someone else's recap. Because I have not seen majority of the show. So, all right. So we're also gonna, like I said, we're gonna get Scream Mode, which is what did you think about it, Kyle? What did you think about Saturday Night's Main Event? I have not seen the full event yet, so I don't know. I'm going to be finding out as I'm reading these results with you guys. So Scream Mode, Paige and WWE Hall of Famer Brie Bella is going to defend the SmackDown Tag Team Championships against Fatal Influence, Fallon Henley, and Lanny Reed. We're going to see a singles match, Bayley versus Laura Valkyria, and then the Bloodline WWE World Heavyweight Champion on Raw, the OTC Roman Reigns, and NBA Finals MVP New York Knicks Jalen Brunson will appear. If any of you guys have reached out to me on Discord or X, I was out with someone. I was at a movie. So I haven't been on social media. I haven't seen any of my Twitter notifications or anything. So I haven't been annoying you guys, but I kind of needed a night out. So that's what happened. But we're still covering the show. So they added a countdown match earlier today, way before the show started. It's a pre-show type match, which hopefully they plan to do more of that. We'll see. The WWE United States Champion Trick Williams is going to go one-on-one versus Triple A's Laredo Kid. It's better to focus on SummerSlam. I didn't see it either, but what I've seen or heard, it was okay. Yeah, I haven't seen it all. So looking forward to finding out as we go. So we'll see. We'll see together. I guess maybe that's why the crowd's not in here. I think I'm a little bit late, but I think it's because I set the wrong time. These Saturday Night Main events, I don't never really know like when they're truly going to end. So that's on me. So Trick Williams is going to face Laredo Kid in a non-title match. Make sure if you guys are watching the stream live on YouTube, you go and hit that like button for me. So the countdown to WWE Saturday Night Main Event. Lyra has new music and a new cool look. Awesome. I was really hoping they would change her music. Really hoping. I can't wait till I'm looking forward to watching the entire show from start to finish after the stream. But we're gonna recap it. I'm not missing a show. I went out to dinner and stuff like that, so I didn't miss majority of it. But luckily, I have people that can, help me out with notes and stuff like that. So and the pre-show opens up with Stephanie McMahon. I thought maybe she would be making an announcement like about the September PLE, maybe being Evolution. I guess that didn't happen. I'm not sure. It doesn't look like it. She welcomes us to the show, and she introduces Joe Tessitore as her co-host. Joe Tessitore then runs through tonight's show. They then talk about how important Madison Square Garden is for WWE. Jackie Redmond Jackie Redmond then gives an update on CM Punk and Cody Rhodes about working together tonight. Kathy Kelly then talks about Gunther and Sami Zayn. Stephanie McMahon and Joe Tessitore then talk about the tag team match. And then Michael Cole and Wade Barrett are on commentary, and they welcome us to the show. So we're going to start off with the pre-show match. Laredo Kid going one-on-one with the SmackDown United States Champion, Trick Williams. Laredo Kid makes his way down to the ring for the first match of the pre-show, and Trick Williams follows. This is a non-title match, WWE United States Championship match, Trick Williams versus Triple A's Laredo Kid. So both men are in the ring. The match starts off with Trick ripping at Laredo's mask, and he tosses a piece of it into the crowd. I don't know if they'll show this match on the playback or not, so we'll see. They then push each other. Both men then lock up, and Trick hits a shoulder tackle. Laredo then hits several kicks to the leg, and Trick pushes him down. Trick then misses a splash into the corner. Laredo then goes up top and hits a missile drop kick. Laredo then hits a chop in the corner, and he follows it up with shoulder tackles. Laredo then wraps Trick Williams' legs in the ropes. Laredo then slaps Trick. Trick then hits a spinning back heel kick. Trick then sends Laredo into the corner, and then he fires away and punches at Laredo Kid. What's going on, Raymond? Like I said, I am a little bit late. I think 30 minutes or so. I have not seen the entire event, but we are still recapping, and I had someone take notes for me. So I'm going to be finding out. Okay, so we have new tag team champions, but JC is not in the ladder match at SummerSlam, by the way. Well, she didn't qualify last night. And they still got some qualifying matches left, so we'll see if she gets another qualifying match. The full Trick match is on the WWE YouTube channel, so maybe I'll check that out, watch the match, and then move over to Peacock for the rest of the show. I'm glad that Fatal Influence won. I'm happy to hear that. Well deserved. Hopefully it was what I predicted it would be. I didn't pick them, obviously, but congrats on picking them. I think you're the only one in DW that picked them. So, yeah, so that just probably means they're not going to defend the titles. I would say once we get into the match, I'll get a better read on it. But we're probably, if Nikki didn't turn tonight, or if she didn't show up, which I don't, like I said, I'm going through the notes as we go, then we're probably looking at a 6-man tag at SummerSlam, and that might be where the turn is. Like I said, I got to go through the notes and see everything that happened. Trick hits a spinning back heel kick. Trick sends Laredo into the corner, and he punches Laredo. Trick then hits a hard Irish whip, and Trick gets a near fall. Trick then goes for a delayed vertical suplex, but Laredo Kid tries for a counter with the inside cradle, and Trick blocks it and hits a suplex. I'm glad they won. I picked Fatal Influence to win. Nice job. Yeah, I mean, I knew they were either going to win tonight or at SummerSlam. So, good on WWE for having a title change at Saturday Night Main Event. And I don't agree with JC Jane not being in a ladder match. She's the leader of that group. But I have a feeling that she'll be next to get gold around her waist. So, we'll see. Trick goes for a delayed vertical suplex. Laredo tries to counter with an inside cradle, and Trick blocks it and hits a suplex. Trick then hits several punches in the corner. Laredo Kid then hits a running forearm into the corner, and he follows it up with a thrust kick. Nothing happened with Paige and Bree. Both as of now are still baby faces. So we're probably going to get the heel turn from Nikki at SummerSlam. What we're probably going to have is Nikki, Bree, and Paige against Fatal Influence at SummerSlam is probably the direction they're going to go. If Nikki didn't show up. So, and you're saying that Well, Paige is going to stay a babyface. Brie and Nikki are going to be the ones to turn. So Laredo hits a running forearm into the corner. He follows up with a thrust kick. Laredo hits a clothesline, then goes to the turnbuckles for a moonsault and gets a near fall. Laredo then slaps Trick Williams as he sets up for a suplex. Trick then escapes, but Laredo hits a drop toe hold and he cinches in a single leg crowd. Trick then kicks Laredo away. Laredo then hits a kick to the chest. Laredo then misses a round kick and Trick hits the jumping neck breaker. Trick then hits several punches and a jumping side kick. Laredo then avoids a kick, but Trick hits a flapjack. Trick then hits a backhand slap and several kicks. Laredo then gets a victory roll to counter a Uranagi. Trick then goes over the top rope when Laredo drops down. Laredo then kicks Trick in the ropes. Laredo then hits a swanton off the ring post to the floor. Laredo then goes up top and he misses a corkscrew moonsault. Yeah, I must be really late because, like I said, I have about 37 viewers right now. But I do apologize. Like I said, I set the stream, I think, an hour behind on accident. I didn't do that on purpose. But we're going to get through it. I'm going to be finding out as we go. But I'm still going to go back and watch the PLE. I'm going to be up super late tonight. So I got to go through all my Twitter notifications. I have 2 shows tomorrow, which I've already put out on all my platforms. So after tomorrow, should be all completely caught everything back up. So but I just needed a night out. So Laredo then hits a swanton off the ring post to the floor. Laredo then goes up top and he misses a corkscrew moonsault. And then Trick Williams hits a trick shot for the 1, 2, 3. And Trick Williams defeats Triple A's Laredo Kid in the pre-show match, 1-on-1. Sounds like it was a really good match. What a moment for Trick Williams in New York City. The winner of the non-title WWE United States Championship match, or the winner of the non-title match, is the WWE United States Champion Trick Williams. So Stephanie McMahon and Joe Tessitore are talking about Trick Williams. We then see what happened earlier today with Danhausen and his uncursing parade. Saw that. We then get a lot of looks at what happened at Fanatics Fest as well. Stephanie McMahon then introduces Wwe Snme. Wwe Snme was there. That's a big surprise. Wwe makes his way down to the ring. Stephanie brings up what Wwe said on Monday night and asks if there's any trepidation about Hell in a Cell. Wwe says the score is 1-1. Wwe then says, some say you are only as good as your last game, and he lost their last match. Wwe then says he is miles ahead with the mental game. Wwe then says he is in Brock's head, and he lives rent-free in Brock Lesnar's head. Wwe then says Brock lost at WrestleMania. Fake retired and ran away. Wwe then says Brock will understand that the tides are changing, and at SummerSlam, he is not locked in there with Brock. Wwe then says Brock is locked in there with him. Wwe then says he is the ruler, the bringer of war, the king of the ring. Wwe then poses as the countdown to WWE Saturday Night Main Event pre-show comes to a close. So apparently this Wwe Snme promo was on the pre-show as well. So good stuff there, having Wwe coming out. Wwe cutting a huge promo on Brock Lesnar. All right, so let's get to the main card, guys. See what happened. I'm excited to watch this back later on tonight. I will be up super late, so I got to go through all my notifications. Discord, Twitter. Watch the event and get everything ready for tomorrow, because tomorrow's a big day on Scoop. So I did get some information tonight, so hopefully tomorrow's show goes really well. So WWE Saturday Night Main Event opens up with a video package. Stephanie McMahon and Joe Tessitore then welcome us and talk about the card. They then send things over to ringside, and Michael Cole and Wade Barrett welcome us. I think Lyra as a heel is going to work. She's so much better as a heel than a face. It's early, but Lyra night 1 as a heel worked. I'm glad. I I had a feeling that it was gonna be successful, and I knew that. I don't know the result of the match, but I'm pretty sure she beat Bailey, and that's definitely the right call. So we'll see. We'll see if Lyra faces Soul at SummerSlam. I don't know if JC's going to be added back to that ladder match because Nia's getting a rematch. So we'll see. There's still 2 other spots to fill besides Charlotte and Nia, which we're not getting Nia Jackson a ladder match. Charlotte's going to win Friday, but we'll see. So we get the first match of the night, and it is for the Women's SmackDown Tag Team Championships. Fatal Influence, Fallon Henley and Laney Reed are challenging Scream Mode, Brie Bella, and Paige. Fatal Influence make their way down to the ring for the first match of WWE's Saturday night's main event, and Paige and Brie Bella follow. This is for the tag team titles. Scream Mode, Paige and WWE Hall of Famer Brie Bella versus Fatal Influence as Fallon Henley and Laney Reed. Obviously, I'm almost positive I don't know 100%, but I'm sure JC Jane was out there as well. So the match starts off with Paige sending Laney Reed to the floor. Fallon goes after Paige. Paige then hits a kick, and Brie tags in. And by the way, since this is the end of Brie Bella and Paige's reign, I know a lot of people hate on them, but they did defend the titles a lot. Their matches might not have been all top-notch and upper grade. Yeah, I kind of figured JC was going to be out there. She's the leader of the group. So, but give it up to Brie and Paige at the end of the day because they did defend the titles a lot, and that's something that a lot of champions in WWE can't say right now. So, hats off to them for at least 6 or 7 title defenses since they've been champions. So Paige hits a kick and Brie tags in. They then kick Laney Reed and hit a double code breaker. Brie then hits a drop kick and she goes for a round kick, but Fallon blocks it and Fallon hits a forearm. Brie then sends Fallon into the corner and Paige hits a knee into the corner. Paige and Brie then hit a double bulldog for a near fall. Brie then tags in and drops Laney Reed on the top rope. Brie then delivers a suplex, but then Laney Reed fires back with several punches. Laney Reed then hits an elbow and Fallon tags in and kicks Paige. Laney Reed then tags in and she kicks Paige again. Laney Reed then hits a snapmare and a boot to the head. Laney then cinches in a reverse chinlock. Paige then hits a jawbreaker and several forearms. But Laney Reed keeps Paige from making the tag. Hope Paige gets added to the ladder match. She needs to be in the Women's Championship picture. I mean, it's possible. She is on SmackDown. But I do think that they're going to still do something with Fatal Influence at SummerSlam, though. Because Nikki is coming back. So I think it's going to be a mixture of probably Blake Monroe or JC or Julia or Kiana James or somebody like that. Paige would be a good addition, but I don't know if they're going to add her. They could. Ultimately, I think Charlotte Flair wins. Because then you get the Charlotte Rhea match to decide who the real champion is. But we'll see. They may put it on a younger star so that Rhea can win the title back. And then we just kind of pick up where we left off. I don't like just interim stuff. Laney Reed then hits a snapmare and a boot to the head. Laney then cinches in a reverse chinlock. Paige then hits a jawbreaker and several forearms, but Laney Reed keeps Paige from making the tag. Paige is sent into the turnbuckles, and Paige hits an elbow to Laney and a kick to Fallon. Brie then tags in, and she hits a double clothesline and a clothesline to Fallon. Fallon then hits an Irish whip, but Brie Bella hits a slide Russian leg sweep. Brie then hits several round kicks. Brie then hits a round kick to Laney, and then she hits running knees to Laney and Fallon. Brie Bella then goes up to the top rope, and she hits a missile drop kick on Fallon Henley for only a count of 2. Brie then goes for the label lock, and Fallon gets to the ropes before Brie can lock it in. Fallon Henley then hits a flying hair takedown. Brie then hits a punch, and Paige tags in. Paige then goes to the apron, and she hits several knees. Paige then punches JC on the apron. Fallon then hits a punch, and Fallon puts Paige in the ropes. Fallon Henley then hits a sliding German suplex, and Laney Reed tags in and misses a double jump moonsault when Bree pulls Paige out of the way. Paige then slaps Fallon to the floor. Laney Reed then gets a roll up, but it's only for a count of 2. Laney Reed then delivers a punch. Laney Reed then pulls down the knee pad, and Paige hits a thrust kick to Laney Reed. Paige then goes for Rampage, but JC Jane gets on the apron to distract the referee. Fallon Henley then clotheslines Paige. Laney Reed is then sent into the ring post, but Fallon holds on to Laney Reed. Bree then hits a clothesline off the ring steps. Paige then gets a roll up for a near fall, but then JC Jane pushes Laney Reed over in front of the referee for the 1, 2, 3. JC Jane with the assist, and we have new Women's SmackDown Tag Team Champions. Fatal Influence has not even been on the roster a full 2+ months. Are the new Women's SmackDown Tag Team Champions. Good on WWE for going ahead and pulling the trigger on that. So congratulations to Fallon and Laney. Hopefully now they can do right by JC. Fatal Influence have won the WWE Women's Tag Team titles in Madison Square Garden. After the match, Fatal Influence celebrate their win. It's definitely an unforgettable moment for Fallon and Laney. So then we see Kathy Kelly with Sami Zayn in the back. Sami says he is trying to choose his words and he does not want to call himself a victim, but look at everything that has happened. Sami then says all Punk and Cody needed to get a title match at SummerSlam is say win. Sami then says he had to bang himself against the glass ceiling. Whoops. And I'm falling off the desk. Sami then says he had to bang himself against the glass ceiling. Sami then says he has to team with a man who says that Sami is not on his level. If we can't retweet Raymond and Kyle, and if you guys are still watching on X, haven't had a chance to get on there yet. So, yeah. So Gunther then tells Sami Zayn to stay out of his way tonight and don't ruin SummerSlam for him. So we get a video package of what's going to go down tonight in the no disqualification match with Danhausen versus JD McDonough. We then see Jackie Redmond, and she wants to talk to JD McDonough before he goes to the ring. She asks if JD is prepared for whatever Danhausen has in store for him. So I picked the wrong winners in the women's tag team title match, but I did pick that there would be interference in that match. So I definitely got that one right, but I didn't get the right result. So I know I didn't win because I think Kyle picked the same ones as I did. Trick Williams match looks really good. I love the over promo. Happy for Fallon and Laney winning the tag titles. I should have picked them. I don't know why the hell I didn't. Don't know why I didn't. All right. So she asked JD if he's prepared for whatever Danhausen has in store. JD then says Danhausen has no more games tonight and he is going to get it. JD McDonough then makes his way down to the ring for the next match of Saturday night's main event, and he is accompanied to the ring with Dominic Mysterio, and Danhausen follows. This is a no disqualification match. Danhausen, you picked in the DWE chat. I haven't been in there, but I believe that you picked Fatal Influence. I haven't been on Twitter all night, so I don't know. I have not been on Twitter. But I believe you're the only one that picked them. So JD McDonough makes his way down to the ring Dominic Mysterio. Yeah, you're the only one that picked them, which I'm glad they won. So, the no disqualification match with Danhausen versus Judgment Days, the Irish Ace himself, J.D. McDonough. So the match starts off with Danhausen winding up for a curse, but JD gets out of the way and he goes to the floor. Dominic Mysterio then gets on the apron with Danhausen's Knicks jersey. JD McDonough then attacks Danhausen from behind and chops him. JD then chokes Danhausen. They both go to the floor. JD then Irish whips Danhausen into the ringside barrier. JD then does it again. JD then sends Danhausen into the commentary desk, and he hits several forearms. Dominic Mysterio getting involved. Dominic then hits Danhausen, and JD continues to send him into the commentary desk. They then return to the ring, and JD hits a suplex. This is no disqualification, so that's why Dominic's out there. JD then goes to the turnbuckles, and he hits a diving headbutt, but Danhausen kicks out at 2. JD then hits a hard Irish whip, while Dominic cleans his shoes with Danhausen's jersey. JD then hits an elbow drop to the back. JD then hits a chop and a hard Irish whip. Danhausen hits several punches and chops. Danhausen then punches JD from the turnbuckles. JD then drops Danhausen onto the turnbuckles, and JD gets almost a pinfall on Danhausen. Dominic then hands JD the jersey, and JD wipes himself off with it. JD then puts the jersey on top of Danhausen, but misses the moonsault up the top rope. Danhausen then puts on the jersey, and JD slaps Danhausen. JD then hits more slaps, and Danhausen fires back with several punches. Danhausen then hits a reverse atomic drop and a clothesline. Danhausen then hits an exploder to Dominic Mysterio. Danhausen then goes for a reverse DDT, but JD drops down and gets a near fall with a victory roll. JD then goes for a suplex, but Danhausen hits what he calls the stun dog millionaire, but JD kicks out at 2. Danhausen is then hit from behind by Dominic, and Dominic kicks Danhausen. JD and Dominic then kick Danhausen. Dominic then holds Danhausen, and JD hits a headbutt. JD then hits a second headbutt. Dominic and JD then rip his jersey, and Dominic tells JD they should get a table. The table is not under the ring when they check, though. They then go to a second side, and they pull out a table, and there is a mini housing on the table. A mini housing. More of them show up, and one hits a crossbody, and the next one takes them down. They then punch Dominic and JD. Dominic then kicks one away. They then Irish whip the mini housings into the ringside barrier and ring steps. Danhausen then puts a cat in the cloning machine while Dominic Mysterio brings the table into the ring. They then set up the table with a mini housing. The machine is then running, and out comes Karl Anthony Towns from the New York Knicks. Karl then goes to the ring with Danhausen. Danhausen then curses JD, and Karl Anthony Towns, the NBA Finals winner, grabs JD and choke slams him. He then does the same thing to Dominic, but through the table. And then Danhausen hits a reverse DDT for the 1, 2, 3. So everybody was probably right. New York Knicks player getting involved. Danhausen gets the big victory over JD McDonough with the assistance of a New York Knicks player, Karl Anthony Towns, one of the biggest players the Knicks got. So the winner of the no disqualification match is Danhausen. So we then see Lyra Valkyrie in the back, and Captain Kelly tries to talk to her to get her feelings and thoughts about Bayley. Lyra says the last time they were in the building, they wrestled for the tag team championships, which that is 100% accurate. Lyra then says she wanted to make it to the top, but here we are. Kathy then asked if she would be done with Bailey after tonight. Let me see if I will go ahead and share this on X. I'm not going to go through the 1,000 notifications. See if maybe we could get a few more people in here before we go through these last two matches in the Roman segment. All right, so I have shared the post. Haven't checked the notification. I will do that afterwards. So, all right. So they return to the ring. Oh, I'm way ahead. Sorry. We are locked in for the recap. Yeah, sorry guys. I'm a few minutes late. I set the stream wrong. We have already went over the new tag team champion, Fatal Influence, defeating Brie Bella and Paige. No Nikki Bella tonight, which is a big, huge shock to me. She was in New York. But I think they're probably saving that for SummerSlam. I do believe we're probably getting a 6-man tag there, and I think that's where we get Brie. And maybe Nikki turns on Paige. That's what I think. So we'll talk more about that on Scoops. Yeah, so I'm sorry I'm a few minutes late. Like I said, I took the night off. I went out on a date, hung out, went to the movie. I've seen some of Saturday Night's Main Event, but I'm learning stuff as I go. I had someone take some notes for me. So I haven't checked any of my Twitter notifications, so I haven't been ignoring anybody. Travel Kingpin, I do have you locked in. You should, Kyle, maybe able to answer the question, but I believe you should be able to come onto the YouTube stream with your phone. I've done a pre-recorded before, but you should be able to come in for the prediction show on your phone. You would just have to put whatever your name wants to be on YouTube, and then I'll send you a link about 20-30 minutes before the prediction show starts. And then you just come in, and you don't have to be on camera, obviously, but you are the final person. As of now, we are full for SummerSlam. So Lyra says the last time they were in the building, they wrestled for the tag titles. Lyra then says she wanted to make it to the top. And make sure, Travel Kingpin, if you can, to make sure to share this stream. And if you guys are watching live on YouTube, please hit that like button. Let's try to at least get 100 viewers in here tonight. Lyra then says she wanted to make it to the top, but here we are. Kathy Kelly then asked if she would be done with Bailey after tonight. Lyra says, think of who she would have been if Bailey had been who she needed. Lyra's nose was busted open. Yeah, I bet. I'm looking forward to watching it. So Lyra says, think of who she would have been if Bailey hadn't been who she needed. Lyra says, Bailey will be out of her head forever after tonight. We take another look back at Fanatics Fest. All the events that took place at Fanatics Fest. We then see Jackie Redmond. She stopped Bailey in the back to talk to her about the match as she was on her way to the ring. Bailey says she thought Lyra was different, but she is the one who is different. Bailey then says she will stop Lyra tonight. So we're getting ready to set up for our third match of the evening, which will be Bailey going one-on-one with Lyra Valkyria. Singles match, one-on-one. Both ladies are in the ring. So the match starts off with both women locking up. Bailey backs Lyra into the corner. Bailey slaps Lyra. Bailey then cinches in a front face lock and hits several punches. Lyra then sends Bailey to the mat. Bailey then hits a double leg takedown. Lyra then gets to the ropes and she goes to the apron. Bailey then hits a forearm after she goes to the floor. Bailey then hits another forearm to Lyra and she sends Lyra Valkyria to the apron. Bailey then suplexes Lyra to the floor. The referee then pulls Bailey away from Lyra after Lyra starts to bleed. I guess that's where Kyle was talking about. Lyra's nose was bleeding. Yeah, I'm sure she's good. The referee checks on Lyra, and Bailey hits a takedown and several punches on the floor. Lyra then hits several forearms against the apron, and Bailey hits a forearm herself. Lyra is then sent into the apron, and then both ladies return to the ring. Bailey then sends Lyra Valkyria to the apron, and Bailey sets up for a cutter in the ropes. But Lyra pushes her away. Lyra Valkyria then pulls Bailey into the top rope. Lyra then yells at Bailey for what she did to her nose. Lyra then slams Bailey's head into the mat. The referee then checks on Lyra's nose, and she hits shoulders in the corner. Bailey then hits an Irish whip that sends Lyra over the top rope into the floor. Bailey is then stopped by the referee, I guess due to the nosebleed. Bailey then hits a crossbody to Lyra. They then return to the ring, and Bailey goes for the pinfall, but Lyra kicks out at 2. Good to see you, Tribal Kingpin, as always. Lyra then fires back with the hip toss and a snapmare. Lyra then hits a knee drop to the head. Bailey then hits an Irish whip, but she runs into a big boot. Lyra then stands. Can I see you? I do see you. There you are, right there. Lyra hits a knee drop to the head. Bailey then hits an Irish whip, but she runs into a big boot. Lyra then stands on Bailey's head. Bailey then hits several forearms and a back body drop. Lyra then hits an Irish whip, and Bailey floats over and gets a near fall with a sunset flip. Bailey then cinches in a Boston Crab. Lyra rolls through and kicks Bailey away. Bailey then hits a cutter in the ropes. Bailey then goes up top, and she sets up for an elbow drop. But Lyra recovers and stops Bailey with a forearm. Lyra then hits a neck breaker on the top turnbuckle. This match sounded like it was fire. Lyra then hits a kick to Bailey in the ropes, and Lyra goes to the turnbuckles for a leg drop to the back of the head. Lyra then goes for the pinfall and gets a count of 2. Bailey and Lyra then exchange punches. Lyra then hits several kicks, and Bailey hits a T-bone suplex. Bailey then hits a sunset foot powerbomb into the turnbuckles. Lyra then escapes the rose plant from Bailey. Bailey then hits a northern lariat. She cinches in a crossface. Bailey then keeps Lyra from getting to the ropes, and she rolls into the center of the ring. Lyra then goes for a Nightwing, but Bailey escapes. Lyra then sends Bailey into the top rope to escape an O'Connor roll up. Lyra then grabs Bailey, and Bailey goes for the belly-to-belly suplex, but Lyra escapes, and she applies a rear naked choke. Bailey then passes out, and the referee calls for the bell. Lyra Valkyria is the victorious tonight, so that makes me 2-1 on the night in predictions. I don't know why I picked against Fatal Influence. That's my girls, but I thought maybe they would crown them at SummerSlam. But I'm happy with it. Give them a big moment at Madison Square Garden. Lyra Valkyria made Bailey pass out tonight. She is victorious. She puts her to sleep. So the winner of the match is Lyra. After the match is over, Lyra kicks Bailey to the floor. Lyra then starts to head to the back, but she stops and turns around to pick up Bailey and sends her into the ring post. Lyra then returns to the Bulldog choke. The referee then pulls Lyra off of Bailey. Lyra then moves the ring steps, and she picks up Bailey, and Lyra hits a Nightwing on the ring steps. I don't know if this is a write-off for Bailey or what. I have to, once I watch the program, I'll get a better understanding. Or Kyle could be right. Maybe they are going to run this back at SummerSlam in some sort of grudge match. But, I mean, Lyra's already put her to sleep. So, I mean, they're not going to have Bailey beat her at SummerSlam. So, I don't know why they would run it back. Maybe this could be a possible write-off for Bailey. I don't know. We'll see. But, yes, Ariel, I can see you. And make sure you guys, if you are watching on live on YouTube, please hit that like button. We are 28 away from 100. So if you see the stream on X, on either DWE Network television page on X or on my X page, just please retweet so we can try to get some people in here for the last bit of this show. So it looks like Lyra just absolutely destroyed Bailey. So good on WWE for what they're doing with Lyra with this heel turn. Made perfect sense for Lyra to win. So we see Kathy Kelly. She's with Cody Rhodes and CM Punk. She asked them about their motivation for tonight. Cody asked why Kathy didn't ask if they can coexist. What did I talk about last night on SmackDown? Can they coexist? Ridiculous. Cody then says he wants no excuses from Punk when he beats him. Punk then says Cody is his friend and his partner tonight, but at SummerSlam, Cody is his opponent. Punk then says they need to make sure they have a one-on-one match at SummerSlam. Punk then asks Cody who goes out first. So we go to the main event of the evening with the stipulation if Gunther and Sami Zayn win, they will be added to the Fatal 4-Way match. To Cody and Punk at SummerSlam. Why do that post-match either a rematch or a write-off for Bailey? If not Bailey, then Soul versus Lyra. I think it's probably going to be a write-off because she put her to sleep and attacked her. I guess they could do another match on Raw maybe. Or a no holds barred at SummerSlam or something like that. But Lyra needs to be going after the Intercontinental Championship at the end of the day. She choked her out, so I'm sure Bailey's going to want revenge, but it could be like what you just said. It could be similar to a write-off for Bailey, and we get Soul and Lyra at SummerSlam. So Cody Rhodes makes his way out first, followed by the WWE Undisputed Champion, the best in the world, CM Punk. Gunther makes his way down to the ring, followed by Sami Zayn. So this is a tag team match. If Gunther and Sami Zayn win, then they will be added to the Undisputed WWE Championship match at SummerSlam. Undisputed WWE Champion, the best in the world, CM Punk, and the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. What good is Bailey? What do you mean by that? Bailey's done so much in her career. That's why she's viewed as a huge asset backstage and with the company, because she is someone that can put the younger talent over. That's why I don't believe she's going to be someone that's going to be released by the company. Bailey put on a banger match from what it seemed like. And Lyra delivered as well. So maybe they continue this feud. Maybe they don't. I don't know. Maybe it's a write-off. But I'm sure Bailey's going to come back wanting revenge. So, Bailey's plenty good for the company. Like, plenty. So, if Gunther and Sami Zayn win, they will both be added to the Night 1 main event at SummerSlam. What I said earlier today, I did not watch this match, so I do not know who won. What I put in my news channel is I do not believe that Gunther's going to be in this match. I still believe that the original plan was going to be Gunther versus Nick Aldis at SummerSlam, and then Sami Zayn finds some sort of way to sneak his way into this match, because what else are they going to do with Sami? But like I said, I haven't watched this match. I haven't read this recap, so I am highly anticipating how this played out, because I don't know what else they could do with Sami at SummerSlam. It would make sense for Cody, if he's losing at SummerSlam, not to have to eat the pin in a triple threat, and you get Sami Zayn on the card. But then I'm assuming it's still main events night 1. We'll see. So, all 4 men in the ring. Let's get to the main event. The match starts off with CM Punk punches Sami Zayn when he's about to enter the ring. Punk cinches in an armbar and Cody Rhodes tags in, and it's a double sledge to the arm. CM Punk then hits a kick and Cody Rhodes hits a punch. Cody Rhodes then cinches in a wrist lock and an arm wringer. And then he tags in CM Punk and he hits a double sledge. Gunther then punches Punk and tags in, I guess, Sami. Or Gunther gets tagged in. Gunther then has several chops to Punk. Punk then goes to the floor, and Sami Zayn gets the tag. But Gunther chops Punk while Sami Zayn forces Cody Rhodes into the ring to distract the referee. Gunther then drops CM Punk on the ringside barrier. Cody Rhodes then goes to check on Punk while the referee makes his count. Cody Rhodes then sends Punk into the ring before the 10 count, I'm assuming, and Sami Zayn hits several punches. Sami then hits several headbutts. Sami then punches Punk and puts him on the turnbuckles. Punk then pushes Sami Zayn away and he hits a clothesline on Sami Zayn, and both men are down in the ring. Cody Rhodes and Gunther then tag in and they exchange punches. Cody then floats over and he hits a power slam. Cody Rhodes then hits a disaster kick. Sami Zayn then tags in and Cody Rhodes hits several jabs and hits the iconic Dusty Rhodes elbow. Gunther then goes for a belly-to-back suplex and Cody lands on his feet. Cody then hits a Cody cutter off the ropes to Gunther. Cody then hits a suicide dive to Sami Zayn. Yeah, all these people on X today were saying The Rock was showing up. What the fuck? Cody Rhodes then punches Gunther and comes off the turnbuckles. Gunther then misses a clothesline and Cody hits a double jump Cody cutter, but only gets a count of 2. Off the double jump Cody cutter that Cody's been doing a lot lately. Gunther then hits a snapmare to escape. Cody goes for the crossroads, which, let me tell you guys, Cody ain't beating people anymore with just one crossroad. Everybody's kicking out of that shit now. So he's either gonna have to change his finisher or he's having to hit that 3, 4, 5 times to beat these people now. He's 5-0 against Gunther, by the way, after Friday. Gunther misses a clothesline and Cody hits a double jump. Gunther hits a snapmare to escape a crossroad and Sami tags in. Cody Rhodes then escapes a blue thunder bomb from Sami Zayn. Cody then goes for a crossroads and Sami Zayn countered with a victory roll, but Cody kicks out at 2. Close call. Sami then hits a blue thunder bomb, but Cody kicks out again at 2. Sami Zayn then sets up for a Luba kick, but Cody Rhodes moves out of the way and tags out to CM Punk. CM Punk then climbs to the top rope and cinches in an Anaconda Vice on Sami Zayn as Rhodes locks in the figure 4 leg lock on Gunther. Gunther then rakes Punk's eyes. What's up? I thought Saturday Night Main Event was a fun, solid show. What's going on at Del Boy Jones? Yeah, it looks like it was a good show. Looks like it was a good show. I'm glad to see we got a new tag team champion. How's it going? Make sure, if you can, hit that like button on the stream. We are almost at 100 views. I did start a little bit late just because when I put it into StreamYard, I actually put it in at, I think, 45 minutes different from the time zone. So, but we're still recapping it, guys. We're still going to get it in. No matter what, we're going to get it in. So, Gunther rakes Punk's eyes to break up the Anaconda Vice that Punk has locked in on Sami Zayn. And Sami Zayn helps Gunther escape the figure 4 leg lock. He then hits Punk with the Haluva kick in the corner, but then Cody Rhodes hits a crossroads to Sami Zayn. Gunther then hits Cody Rhodes with a lariat, but Punk hits a GTS to Gunther and looks to tag out to Rhodes, only to find that Cody Rhodes is on the floor. Just like I said last night, they were going to do something to start this dissension with Cody and Punk. And this is how it starts right here. Because Punk was wanting to make the tag. Cody was nowhere to be found because obviously he was knocked to the floor. Gunther then looks to cinch in a sleeper on Punk, but Punk puts Gunther in a sleeper of his own. Punk then accidentally sends Cody Rhodes crashing off the ring apron, and Gunther puts him in a sleeper. So another inadvertent move by CM Punk to Cody Rhodes. Here we go. This is how it's going to all start. Cody's going to be like, oh, you hit me and all this. Here we go. Gunther puts him in a sleeper, but Rhodes tags in and hits a crossroads to Gunther. He then goes for the pin, but Sami Zayn sends himself and Gunther crashing into Punk and Rhodes to break up the fall. Bayley and Lyra was a banger match. Bayley earned one more title, same with Lyra. One more title, same with Lyra as well as her new character, good theme song. Yeah, that's what Kyle was saying earlier. I think they could run it back, But ultimately, Lyra, I think she should be going for that Intercontinental Championship soon. So we'll see. So Sami Zayn sends himself and Gunther crashing into CM Punk and Cody Rhodes to break up the fall. Sami Zayn then delivers several right hands on Cody Rhodes and Punk, but then Punk hits a GTS to send Sami Zayn crashing out of the ring. Punk and Cody Rhodes then deliver several right hands on Gunther, and Punk holds Gunther in place for Rhodes to hit a Cody cutter on him. Oh shit, here we go. Gunther then moves out of the way, and Rhodes hits a Cody cutter to CM Punk. Holy shit. OMFG. Gunther then grabs. Oh my God, this is fucking wild. I knew this was going to happen. Gunther then grabs the undisputed WWE Championship belt and hits Cody Rhodes with it while the referee is down. Then hits a powerbomb to Rhodes and goes for a pin. But Cody Rhodes then kicks out after Nick Aldis, as I said in the exclusive news channel, pulls the referee out of the ring. Nick Aldis then hits Gunther with the undisputed WWE Championship belt, allowing Punk to hit a GTS to Gunther and place Cody Rhodes on top of him for the 1, 2, 3. So as I said back on June the 16th, or July, not June 16th, but 2 weeks ago, in the exclusive news channel, Nick Aldis versus Gunther is the match at SummerSlam. I mean, I put it in the server, Del, when you're in there. I told you that Nick Aldis was getting involved. I told you. So Nick Aldis pulls the referee out of the ring. He hits Gunther with the undisputed WWE Championship belt, allowing Punk to hit a go to sleep to Gunther and place Cody Rhodes on top of him to pin him for the 1, 2, 3. So another pinfall for Cody Rhodes over Gunther with the assistance of CM Punk and Nick Aldis. Nick Aldis versus Gunther is locked. It has been locked for a month for SummerSlam. Nick Aldis calls Gunther the win. The winners of the tag team match, the undisputed WWE champion, the best in the world, CM Punk, and the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. But WWE seemed like they did do a good job starting to create tension between Cody and Punk during this match. Cody hit Punk with the Cody cutter, the non-tag, and all of that. Dylan, did you see the exclusive news in there when I put that Punk Gunther Aldis was the match for SummerSlam? You've been in there for a while. Yeah, Nick Aldis is no joke. He had a match with Cody Rhodes. If you guys haven't seen it, it was phenomenal. So Nick Aldis can go in the ring. After the match, Cody Rhodes gives Punk the title belt, and they shake hands and hug. I don't like that. Rhodes then raises Punk's hand, and Punk accidentally hits. Oh, shit. Rhodes then raises Punk's hand, and Punk accidentally hits Rhodes with the title belt when he puts it over his shoulder. Oh, wow. Here we go. Maybe they don't add Sammy, but I don't know what they do with what they're going to do with him if they don't. So Punk and Cody get the win. So Gunther and Sami Zayn will not be added to the match. One of them is going to turn heel if it's one-on-one. You can rest assured. So Stephanie McMahon and Joe Tessitore then talk about what just happened in the match. Shout out to the 102 people we have watching live. Jalen Brunson then makes his way down to the ring with WWE World Heavyweight Champion, the OTC, Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns then grabs a mic and starts off by saying, "This is something you don't see every day." Roman then says, "Some of you are asking, what are they doing out here?" Roman then says, "This is rare air." Roman Reigns then said, "This is where greatness acknowledges greatness." Roman Reigns then says, "It is no secret that this city is the home of WWE." Roman Reigns then says, "He is not going to lie. You make him feel like he is home too." Roman Reigns then says, 53 years was way too long. Roman Reigns then says, "Jalen will tell you this is a team sport and it took everybody on the roster." Roman Reigns then said, "There is only one tribal chief and there is only one captain." Roman Reigns then says, "In the WWE, every champion needs a title." Roman Reigns then says he made some moves and he gives Jalen his own title belt. So Jalen Brunson was granted his own title belt. Roman Reigns then says Jalen earned it. Roman Reigns then says now it is complete and it is time to acknowledge them. The custom Jalen Brunson World Heavyweight Championship is absolutely fire. Boom. I predicted this shit on the SummerSlam. I mean on the Saturday Night Main Event prediction show. Seth Rollins' music interrupts and with Tyrese Halliburton. I literally called this out on the prediction show. Go back and watch it. I said Seth is going to come out with Tyrese Halliburton. Seth then comes from the crowd and attacks Roman from behind with the forearm, and he kicks Roman. Tyrese then gives Seth the chair, and he hits a thrust kick. Seth then sets up for a stomp on the chair, but Jalen stands in the way. Seth then takes off his jacket, and he has some words for Jalen Brunson. Jalen then tells Seth this is his house, MFer. Roman then hits a Superman punch and a spear. Roman and Jalen Brunson then celebrate, and Seth and Tyrese Halliburton retreat. Roman Reigns and Jalen Brunson then stand tall in the ring, staring down Seth Rollins and Tyrese Halliburton, with Reigns holding up the NBA Finals trophy and Jalen Brunson holding up Roman Reigns' World Heavyweight Championship belt as Saturday night's main event comes to a close. I literally predicted Tyrese Halliburton coming out there with Seth. So it looks like I went 3-1 in my predictions. I got the tiebreaker correct. Tyrese Halliburton. That wasn't my tiebreaker pick, but I definitely predicted that on the EVP Saturday Night's Main Event Prediction Show. It was this past Wednesday. If you guys want to go back and watch it, I literally said it. So what's Nick Aldis going to do after feud with Gunther? Is he going to go back to SmackDown manager, or he may take a break? Probably take a break or something. Or it could be a longer feud. Who knows? We'll see. So we will go ahead and recap all the matches again. Trick Williams defeated Laredo Kid in the pre-show match, and we got a promo from Wwe Snme. And then kicking off Saturday night's main event, Fatal Influence with the help of JC Jane, Fallon Henley, and Laney Reed are now your new SmackDown Women's Tag Team Champions. And then Danhausen with the help of the Mini-Hausens, and also the help of Karl Anthony Towns, the New York Knicks basketball player, defeats JD McDonough in a no disqualification match. Lyra Valkyria defeats Bayley by choking her out and absolutely obliterating her after the match is over. And then in the main event, there was a lot of things that happened with Cody and Punk that can set the feud moving forward, the dissension and tension between the two. But Nick Aldis comes out and hits Gunther with the title belt. And this is what I'm saying, guys. So Sami Zayn has got a legitimate gripe. So now he can go back and say, well, Nick Aldis come out and hit Gunther and cost me a title match at SummerSlam. But ultimately, Gunther's the one that took the pin. So that could be Sammy's backdoor way into the SummerSlam match, a triple threat at SummerSlam. Because Sammy's got to be on the card. I feel like he does, and there's nothing else for him to do. So, Cody Rhodes and CM Punk defeat Gunther and Sami Zayn with the assistance of Nick Aldis, hitting Gunther with the Undisputed Championship. So Gunther will not be added to the CM Punk Cody Rhodes Championship match coming up at SummerSlam. We will see if they add Sami Zayn or not. We will see. And then to cap off the night, Roman Reigns. Good point. Sammy should get on a SummerSlam card. Yeah, I put that in exclusive that it is one of the possibilities of Sammy being able to backdoor his way into the card. He can go to Adam Pearce or Nick Aldis and say, hey, like, you hit Gunther with the belt, ultimately costing me. I wasn't pinned. Maybe Cody and Punk are like, all right, we'll just put his ass in the match, whatever. And that way Sammy backdoors his way into that match and it turns into a triple threat. I think that would be the best way for them to do it, honestly. But I'm super glad that now people could get away from the Gunther and Royce Keys stuff. Obviously, he's already in a 6-man tag. This Gunther Nick Aldis match has been locked up for a while, and it's 100% happening at SummerSlam. It probably will be announced on Friday on SmackDown. So Gunther's going to go crazy on Nick Aldis. But I still have a small glimmer of, in my imagination, that somehow Sami Zayn tweaks his way into this Cody Rhodes CM Punk match. Because now, like I said, he can literally go and say, okay, well, we lost, but it was because of the SmackDown general manager hitting Gunther with the title. Gunther's not going to be added. I can tell you that's 100% not happening. But then Sammy can sneak his way in and ultimately be the one that has to end up taking the pin at SummerSlam, which protects Cody Rhodes or CM Punk, which in my opinion would be Cody Rhodes, not having to get pinned by CM Punk at SummerSlam. So that's probably how this is going to play out. And at the very end, Roman Reigns gives Jalen Brunson his own world title belt, and then out comes Seth Rollins and Tyrese Halliburton, which I was just actually kidding on the prediction show. That shit actually happened. So if you guys don't believe it, go back and watch Wednesday night on the prediction show. At the very end, when we were all predicting the Jalen Brunson Roman stuff, I said it's probably going to be Seth and Tyrese Halliburton that shows up. Or Tyrese probably shows up with Seth Rollins. So there was a standoff, obviously. Tyrese got involved on Seth's side. I don't know what we're doing here. I mean, hope to God Jalen's not going to be in Roman's corner and Tyrese and Seth's corner at SummerSlam. We don't need that. I'm happy the celebrities got involved tonight, but it needs to just be one-on-one at SummerSlam. So it sounds like Saturday night main event was a really good card. Like I said, I didn't see the main event. I didn't see all of Lyra and them. I saw most of the Fatal Influence and the JD stuff. So I'm definitely going to go back and watch that. Go through all my comments on Twitter, see all the craziness I'm sure that's going on social media. But I will try to get at some point tonight, I will try to get some more news put in the exclusive news channel for you guys. So, but thank you guys for tuning in. We got 164 people. This was a pretty good Saturday Night Main Event. It sounds like. I look forward to. I'm gonna go back and watch the entire thing, just so that I can see if I can pick up on any clues and stuff I missed. But sometimes when you recap it and you haven't seen the whole thing, you can kind of get the visuals. But I'm looking forward to watching that Bayley and Lyra match, and then the Cody and Punk versus Sammy and Gunther. I'm definitely looking forward to that. But I do still truly feel like Sami Zayn is going to find a way to sneak itself into that championship match with Cody and Punk. Because if not, what are they going to do with Sammy? So ultimately, we will see come Friday. If he's not added Friday, then he's not going to get added. I don't personally want him to be added, but they only made this match to sell tickets, and I don't think the tickets have been drastic. It hasn't been a drastic change. So Nick Aldis versus Gunther's going to feed families, absolutely. And like I said once again, that was, if you go all the way up in the Access channel, EVP News, I posted that well over a week ago that Gunther versus Aldis was locked in for SummerSlam. So shout out to me on that one. I put that in the exclusive news channel. So, and I definitely knew that Nick Aldis was going to end up costing Gunther tonight. Gunther needs to stay away from the title picture. This is the 6th time which Cody had help to pin him tonight, but Gunther just cannot beat Cody. So keep him away from the title scene. Like, let him go do something else. If you want to add Sammy, that's fine. But Magnus is back. TNA Magnus. Yes. Pumped. Welcome back, Magnus. Good old days, TNA. If you know, you know. 100%. 100%. All right, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and run through all the comments real quick and do the shout outs because I still have a lot to do after this show. I have 2 shows tomorrow. I got to go back and I'm going to go back and watch this PLE. And I'm also going to answer all my notifications and stuff on Twitter and on Discord, and maybe try to get some news out for you guys tonight as well. Shout out to Kyle Man Anthony. You will see him Monday with the World of Greg, 7 p.m. Eastern for the rundown, as they will run down the entire Raw card for you guys. So shout out to him. Also on Wednesday night, you will see Kyle Man Anthony, the host, and myself at 8 p.m. Eastern for Queen of WWE, episode number 5. It's going to be a lot to talk about on there, especially with this ladder match shit. So thank you for that, Kyle. To my boy Raymond, got to see Cody pick up that dub tonight. Homeboy, thank you for filling that last spot in the SummerSlam prediction show. Laura's nose was bleeding. I will check that out, Kyle. Shout out to Ariel. Shout out to the Bleach fam. And to Dylan. So, one last announcement before I go through the entire spiel. As I mentioned before, we are about 46 subscribers away from 300 subscribers to the channel. And if you are watching this live on YouTube, please hit that like button. We got to 10 likes on Sunday Night Scoops last Sunday. So there will be 1 free month of the exclusive news channel given away tomorrow on the Sunday Night Scoop show. But make sure that you guys, if you can, share and retweet that YouTube link and try to get all your friends in here. Because once I get to 300 subscribers, I am going to do a big giveaway for you guys. So we're about 46 away. So if you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, please do so and get your friends to do so. Because as soon as we get to 300, we will be giving away $100. So looking forward to that for you guys. Thank you guys so much. All right, so we are live here on the EVP show. Shout out to the 169 people we have watching live. Do apologize for being about 30 minutes late. It's only because I set the stream at the wrong time. But I do appreciate you guys coming in. It sounds like it was a really, really good show. I'm going to go back and watch it in its entirety. I may be a little tired tomorrow, but hell, that's just what this is all about. You got to grind and just keep on grinding. We're also live on my X page, and we're live on DWE Television X page. Good show. SummerSlam is shaping up to be even better than Mania 42. It is going to be better than Mania 42, or it's supposed to be. And thank you, Dylan, for subscribing to the news channel. Always a big supporter. And if you have any friends, make sure you share this YouTube link with your friends. Help me get to 300 subscribers, because once I do, there will be a $100 giveaway to the winner. You can take the $100 cash, or you can use that for, I don't know, that's probably like, that's a lot of months of news, but I would take the $100 if it was me personally. But that's just, it would be up to you guys, because somebody will earn a free month tomorrow. If you come into the Sunday Scoop show, you will earn a free month. because I will do a drawing tomorrow. Raymond won last week. Every time we get to 10 likes on a Sunday night scoop show, then I will the following week I will draw someone new. You can't win the same. You can't win over and over, but I will draw someone new for a solid month of free exclusive news from me in the EVP channel on Discord. Like I said, we're live on DW Television X page. Make sure you follow everybody associated with DW Television, starting off with the CEO himself, Miami the Great. You can find him on Tuesdays and Thursdays with Inside the Mind with Miami, and also his co-host and the HR of DWE, Final Boss Baby with 2 B's. They have DW Radio wasn't live today, but they will be back next Saturday, I'm sure. I'll be going live after they're done with the WWE Unreal Season 3 recap show, which I will go through that with you guys towards the end of the show. So I have a full week playing with you guys. The only day that there won't be a stream on this channel this coming up week will be Wednesday. Also, the World of Greg, awesome person, great promotional marketing director of DWE. Make sure that you tune in every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern to World of Greg and Kyle the Man Anthony for the rundown. Good stuff. They go through the entire Raw card. And speaking of Kyle the Man Anthony, he has his own show. It's Queens of WWE every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. You can catch him. I am the co-host as of last week. I was on episode 2 and on episode 4. We will have a ton to talk about this week. It will be the only show that I will be on Wednesday. So I'll be amped up, juiced up, and ready to let loose about this ladder match and what they're doing on Rhea Ripley and just everything that's going on. He talks about Raw, SmackDown, and NXT. Also, Director Reg, After the Slam podcast on X and YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. The Sports Jedi Network, and Smoke Session Podcast, and everyone affiliated with Gimmick Table Media. With that being said, guys, shout out to everyone. If, like I said, please, if you're watching us live on YouTube, hit that like button. It does help me in the algorithm. And you definitely don't want to miss Sunday Night Scoop tomorrow, because someone in the comments will win the 1 month of a paid access to my news channel in the Discord. So I have 2 shows coming up tomorrow, which I will go over shortly. With that being said, I'm about to go to the outro to tell you guys where you can find me on my socials and what I have coming up tomorrow and for this upcoming week for you guys.
Wrestling has more than one royal family.
There are a lot of podcasts out there, but only one with this kind of energy.
Welcome to EVP Show Recaps Predictions Sports. Let go, Show Recaps Predictions Sports.
In one podcast.
Welcome to EVP Show Recaps Predictions Sports. Let go.
Once again, thank you to everybody for tuning in to the Saturday night's main event recap show. In less than 2 weeks, on Wednesday, July 29th, we will be going live to predict the entire SummerSlam match card. It will be me and 9 others for the SummerSlam prediction show. Make sure you don't miss out and help me try to get to 300 subscribers, because ultimately one person will win $100. That is a nice little chunk to give away. That is an accomplishment. Been an accomplishment of mine for over 2 months, is to get to 300 subscribers. So, and also please like the stream on YouTube. So where you can find me on my socials, you can find me on X at EVPCJP. If you are following me and I'm following you back, you can go all the way up to the top of my X page, where you will see my YouTube pinned at the top. Retweet that when you get a chance. Share with your friends and family. If you enjoy my wrestling content, which is pretty much daily, and the reality TV content, I know they will as well. And plus, we have that giveaway at 300. We'll have a giveaway at 400, and then we'll have a big, huge giveaway at 500. So make sure you guys retweet that. On Instagram at EVPCJP. It is a business account, but my YouTube is in my bio. but you can see all my upcoming streams, videos that Miami the Great World of Craig make. So make sure to follow me there so you can check those out. Also on TikTok at Brady the Goat 21. It's a business account, but the YouTube is in the bio. And you can see all the upcoming streams for the videos that Miami and Greg make from my upcoming streams. So shout out to them for that. They do phenomenal jobs on the thumbs and the videos. Last but not least, most importantly, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. As I mentioned before, at 300 subscribers, we will be doing a huge giveaway. So make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you are already subscribed, turn that notification bell on, and you will be notified when I go live. If you cannot find this channel on any of the social media platforms, you just go to the search bar and type in at the EVP show. Over 1,000 live videos, 300 to 400 YouTube shorts, a couple of pre-recorded videos. So what I have coming up next for you guys, tomorrow is doubleheader Sunday. It's already Sunday on the East Coast. Starting off at 6 p.m. Eastern, there will be a giveaway for one free month of the exclusive news channel in the Discord. Tune in at 6 p.m. Eastern tomorrow for Sunday night scoops with the EVP, and then come back later tomorrow night at 11:30 p.m. Eastern time for the LFG Season 3 Episode 13 recap show. And then Monday night, what will be the fallout from Saturday Night's Main Event? Come join me. We are the road to SummerSlam at 11 p.m. Eastern for your Raw recap show. Tuesday night, I'm back again at 10:30 p.m. Eastern for your NXT recap show. And then Wednesday, we won't be live on this channel, but you can catch me and Kyle the Man Anthony on DWE Network, X Page on Twitch. Oh, also, you can find DWE Radio on Twitch at DWE TV and DWE Television and on Spotify. Do not forget that. But you can also hear the rundown on Monday and Queens of WWE on Twitch as well. So make sure you tune in to that. Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern. You can tune in to me and Kyle the Man Anthony at 8 p.m. Eastern for Queens of WWE episode number 5. Thursday night. It's not TNA anymore, guys. It's reality TV. We are back for Big Brother season 28, week 2 recap show. And this week has been a lot of drama. So we got a lot to go over Thursday night. I believe that starts at 9 p.m. Eastern time. So tune in to that, 9 or 9:30 p.m. Eastern time. As soon as the live eviction is over, I will go live and we will go over the entire week. Who won HOH? Who were the nominations? Who won the power of veto? Was the power of veto used? Did they take themselves off the block? Did the HOH have to make a renom? Ultimate, who wins the Big Brother Blockbuster competition, leaving the final 2 house guests sitting on the eviction chairs? And who will be the second person to join Ashley? Which I do believe there's going to be a battle back. But who will be the second person to join Ashley from being evicted from the Big Brother house? Tune in Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern for Big Brother Season 28, Week 2 recap show. And then Friday night, I guess we're going to see what's going to happen with Cody Punk and Sammy. Join me at 10:30 p.m. Eastern time Friday night for the SmackDown recap show. And then Saturday is normally a day off unless it's a PLE day. But when DWE Radio is done, I will go live between 8 and 9 p.m. Eastern for the WWE Season 3 Unreal recap show. And then come back next Sunday. It is going to be the last Sunday night scoop before SummerSlam. It's doubleheader Sunday. Starting off with Sunday night scoops with the EVP at 6 p.m. Eastern. If you guys get 10 likes tomorrow, then we will do another giveaway right before SummerSlam. If not, then I'm sorry. It's still $3 a month. But anyways, you can come back later on Sunday night and join me for LFG Season 3 Episode 14 recap show. So that is my schedule for the rest tomorrow and the rest of this week. I will make another announcement once I will be turning that information into Miami tomorrow. So the week of SummerSlam, there will be no Sunday night scoops, or the last episode of LFG will not be aired. If they're ending on episode 15, I will not be recapping that. Because the prediction show will be Wednesday, July 29th, and then I will be doing a night 1 recap show once SummerSlam goes off the air on Saturday, and then a night 2 recap show once SummerSlam goes off the air Sunday night. So just keep that in mind. The first Sunday of August, there will be no Sunday night scoops, nor will there be an LFG recap show, because I will be recapping SummerSlam night 1 on Saturday and night 2 on Sunday. With that being said, guys, thank you to the 185 people that tuned in to the Saturday Night Main Event recap show. And hopefully you guys have a happy Sunday, and come back tomorrow and join me for Doubleheader Sunday. Sunday Night Scoops is always a lot of fun for me and for the people that's involved and in the comments. You guys enjoy your Sunday. I am the EVP from the EVP show and the golden boy of DWE. And DWE is the only place to be. Have a happy Sunday, and come check in and tune back in with me tomorrow for Doubleheader Sunday, starting at 6 p.m. Eastern with Sunday Night Scoops with the EVP, and then come back later that night, tomorrow night, 11:30 p.m. Eastern for LFG Season 3, Episode 13 recap show. Happy Sunday. Hope you guys enjoyed Saturday Night's Main Event, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace out from the EVP.